Pouring out for one of the boys, Shifty Shellshock. Rest in peace. Although, sad to say, his death was grossly overshadowed on most social medias because of the fact that DrDisrespect had to get outed as a very, very bad person. Can't say the word on here because YouTube doesn't like that word very much, and especially within the first minute of the video. But let's just say a PDF file.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's all you really need to say. So yeah, you know those like Adobe PDF like converter and all that. Yeah, the files that come out of that—that's what he got outed as. So
Jesus.
Also, I had it's my cheat day. I'm not drinking any carbonated beverages, but I am enjoying a little bit of pizza. Oh well. I'm still losing weight, so I'm happy about that. Because, yeah. First I had to take steroids to get over, like, this, the rash that I had on my shins. And now I'm almost done with my steroids, and now, like, the thing about steroids, they make you eat a shit ton. They make you eat a lot. And it was taking everything in my power not to eat, and instead, I just went and bought like a shit ton of protein shakes. I went and bought like 2 packs of protein shakes, and here I was just like, it was like, alright. Oh god, I'm hungry. Protein shake. Alright, I'm good. 2 hours go by.
Oh god, I'm hungry.
Damn it, I'm hungry again. Protein shake. Dude, I swear, my stomach was not happy with me.
They'll make you crap your brains out.
Oh, I did, yeah. I literally went into the bathroom and I was like, I might be here a while. I need to message people and let them know, like, if they don't hear from me in a few hours, to come find the body. Because I was afraid I was going to die. But, yeah. Though, like, Shifty Shellshock, his unfortunate passing was overshadowed by the downfall of DrDisrespect, one of the most famous streamers in the world. And here's the thing. It all started, like, okay, DrDisrespect has been originally was a semi-controversial figure because he was always a dude who, like, presented himself as, like, someone who's not afraid to, like, speak the truth and, like, speak his mind, speak how he feels. And he grew a pretty good cult following because of that. And then, all of a sudden, it was 2017, and he got found out that he cheated on his wife. Quite publicly. And he apologized for it. He took time off, and he went and he fixed his marriage, and then he finally came back, and everything seemed to be all well and good. Then 2020 rolled around, and then all of a sudden, apparently for no reason, DrDisrespect was banned off of Twitch. Like, not a temporary ban, a perma ban.
As one of the biggest streamers.
As arguably the biggest streamer on the platform. And everyone was like, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? And everything was very hush-hush. There was nothing said. Everyone was just like, there was huge conspiracy theory videos out there be like, what did DrDisrespect do? Did he make someone at Twitch HQ mad? And cut to 4 years later, mostly everybody's moved on from it. And everyone's just like, I guess we're never going to find out because of legal stuff. But then 2024, this year, as of a few days ago, DrDisrespect, there was a guy on Twitter, can't remember his name, Connor, I believe, posted that, very publicly, DrDisrespect was banned from Twitch because of him exchanging inappropriate text with a minor. And here's the thing. There were a lot of people at first who were just like, yeah, this is bullshit, because there was no evidence presented. That's how a lot of the internet took it. But then more and more people started coming to the side of the dude that put it out there, and then pretty soon everyone was just like, oh shit, is this true? Is this true? And then eventually DrDisrespect, who was live streaming the new DLC for Elden Ring, the Erd Tree, got messaged about this, and he basically was just like, he's like, I'm not going to talk about it, I'm moving on. And then all of a sudden, like, a bombshell dropped. His video game company that he founded, the Midnight Society, fired him. Like, outright just fired him. So, Doc found this out while he was live streaming. While he was live streaming, he looked down, and he saw something on his phone that, like, distressed him, and then he basically was just, like, ending the stream. And then he came out with a statement, basically just, like, saying, like, oh, like, things will work out, this and that. Then he basically just came out on Twitter, or X, and admitted, yeah, there was inappropriate stuff that was shared with a minor, but it was not anything. He tried to, like, phrase it as just, like, but it was never anything like sexual or anything like that. To which because here's the thing, here's the thing, he puts that out, and then he deleted minor. He edited that out, and then because of the backlash in the comments, he put it back in. And basically, right then and there, the internet just said, "Fuck Dr. Disrespect, fuck him. He can die in a hole, and I hope he never comes back." And as far as I'm concerned, yeah, he dug his own grave. He dug his own grave, and I guarantee you, he put that out there trying to get in front of it, but his phrasing of it was absolutely atrocious. And also, not only that, but... And there's people out there now who are saying, like, release the whispers, because this whole exchange happened on the Twitch whispers thing. And there's people who are saying that, oh, it was, like, it's the worst situation, you know, like, it was an underage girl, and he was trying to, like, get her to do this. And then there's other people who are saying that it was just Dr. Disrespect exchanging edgy jokes with, like, a 16-year-old dude. Which, here's the thing, I know plenty of 16-year-old dudes who say some really, really edgy stuff.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, I, as an adult, have to refrain from being around them when they're talking like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm the adult. I am 36 years old, and I do not want to be a part of that. Because, here's the thing, any part of that gets mistranslated, misskewed, or misunderstood, boom, immediately I'm on the hook for it. Mm-hmm. So, as an adult, you have to know better than to deal with people in that way. And Doc did not. So whether or not it was, you know, the worst of the worst, or, you know, what some people say is the least of the worst, it doesn't make a difference.
No.
The person he interacted with was underage, and it's just wrong. Period.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, get wrecked, Dr. Disrespect. So, honestly, I'm, like, I have my things that I want to say, but the Act Man, the ever so professional human being that he is... Oh, by the way, I gestured to this camera when I was actually on this camera. So, here we go. Yeah, so we got this camera. Also, this... Oh, that's massively oversaturated. Ugh, I gotta work on that. Anyway, that one's a little too desaturated. So yeah. Anyway, this is like the Dr. Disrespect situation presented by the Act Man, and I can't wait to hear what the Act Man has to say. He's someone whose opinion I really respect here on the interwebs. So let's check it out and let's see what he's got to say. Are you ready, JT?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here. And today is a
Hi,
crazy
Act
day.
Man.
It's been a wild week. If you haven't heard, popular Twitch streamer Dr. Disrespect was under fire for some very serious allegations. This all stems from his mysterious permaban on Twitch back on June 26, 2020.
Yep.
It is a mystery that has confused and perplexed the masses for 4 years. And at last, we finally have truth. We know why Dr. Disrespect was permanently banned from Twitch. And the reason ain't good. It is basically all but been proven. Now, I'm predominantly a gaming YouTuber, but I think sometimes it's important to come out and talk about serious issues that pertain to YouTube, Twitch, content creators, you know, the sphere I work in, the sphere of gaming and content creation, and what content creators do, what kind of an example they set. The reason surrounding Dr. Disrespect's ban has basically been like the DB Cooper of content creator permabans, you know? Nobody could say for sure what happened. There were so many theories. Was it about his Mixer contract? Did he try to leverage that to get a better deal with Twitch? They found out. They booted him. Was somebody at Twitch just not liking him? Did it have something to do with the bathroom incident? Or was it something much more sinister? Nobody could really say for sure. Of course we knew that there were people behind the scenes that knew the reason why, but the public didn't know. So for 4 years, there's basically been like mass confusion about it, and so many theories had good explanations for them that it kind of just became a guessing game. Like you just kind of picked your favorite theory. But while there was some initial skepticism around the initial accusation, at this point, DrDisrespect has put out an official statement and removed all doubt. Keep in mind, he's responding to an allegation that he sexted a minor using the Twitch whisper.
That's it. Cody Connors. And here's the thing, when Cody put this out, there was no evidence to back it up. There was no evidence. And there were a lot of people that called Cody basically like a fucking liar. And here's the thing. Now, in terms of the context of the whole situation, this is by no means me defending DrDisrespect. Once again, fuck DrDisrespect for, messaging anyone underage inappropriately in any way. But there are levels to this. And this, if it was in fact this, that's the worst of the worst that it can get. But if it isn't, and it's instead something less, then honestly, I could still see Cody basically embellishing the truth with their own agenda just to try and make things worse than what they are. Now, we don't know this yet. We do not know. So here's the thing. Until they release the whispers and we see what the full context of everything is, which it may never happen. That's the thing. It may never happen. But I guess we'll see.
Whispers app back in 2017 and had plans to meet up with this minor at TwitchCon. We'll talk about why that's the stupidest fucking thing in the world. So let's do a little experiment. Let's see how many times Doc says something similar to what somebody who would get caught on To Catch a Predator would say in that situation.
What are you doing?
Stupid fucking mistakes, man.
Making a mistake.
So here it is. This is the reason why DrDisrespect was banned from Twitch. The Twitch ban. Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the fucking bullshit, as you know there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about, and I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. It's really not a good time to be putting on the whole tough guy persona, like, I don't give a fuck what you guys think. Let me tell you how it really is. Let me tell you how I rizzed up a minor. What? You gotta take this a little bit more seriously, my guy. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studios. Now, Midnight Society was the studio DrDisrespect basically founded, and their game Dead Drop, which he's been promoting heavily over the last couple years. It's not a good sign that he wants to apologize to everyone in his community first and foremost. Like, addressing the fans, you should be addressing everybody. You should maybe be apologizing to the victim. It sets a weird vibe when you're like first addressing the people in your community, like apologizing to them, but not specifying why. So he goes on, a lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I'd never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. Oh, he's such a good guy. You're looking out for the boys and homies at Midnight Society. What a fantastic chap. The problem with this statement is we made the decision collectively to have me step down. Now, Robert Bowling, you may have heard his name before, but he used to work on Call of Duty, and he's the studio head of Midnight Society, and he partnered with DrDisrespect, right? This is what he had to say. This statement is from me personally. It does not reflect any of my companies and has not gone through any legal or PR approvals. If you inappropriately message a minor, I cannot work with you, period. I promised to act only on facts, and I did. So Midnight Society put out this statement.
I respect it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
I respect it. That is a statement that I can get behind. 110%. You are never ever going. Like, that's the thing. There's some people I've dealt with in the past. The very moment that I found out they were up to some nefarious shit, I'm like, nope. I want nothing to do with you. I want nothing to do with you, and if you ever try to contact me again, I'm going to ghost you, dude. I have no respect for people who are like that.
I agree. Same.
Like the company's Twitter account. On Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against DrDisrespect, Guy Beam. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with the parties involved, and in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy Beam. The company is terminating their relationship with DrDisrespect, not a collective decision between the two. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we have employed along with our community of players. One could have interpreted this as like a business decision. You know, you drop the person, the celebrity, who's currently in a PR disaster, who's a detriment to the company, you know? Someone like Johnny Depp lost movie roles because of the allegations against him. Knowing what we know now, it's not like that at all.
And that's the funny thing is, I remember when those allegations first came out against Johnny Depp. The whole internet turned on Johnny Depp.
Oh, dude, they did.
Everyone did. Everyone hated Johnny Depp. And don't you pretend that you didn't. A lot of people did, and even if you were one of the mainstays and the naysayers, like, no, trust Johnny's innocence, it doesn't make it for the fact that basically as a whole the internet abandoned him.
Yeah.
And honestly, by no means am I saying that that's going to be a situation with DrDisrespect at all. But here's my problem with the DrDisrespect situation. This is actually part of it that I didn't get to tell you. When DrDisrespect got banned by Twitch, they went through litigation because Doc sued them over basically breaking their contract with him, and Doc got paid by Twitch for damages because of like wages lost. So that's the thing, because Twitch did an internal investigation and they decreed that it was enough to ban him, but at the same time, was what happened bad enough for them to basically take him to court and drag him through the coals, or rake him over the coals, or would it just be quicker to settle and just get him out of their hair? And that's basically what happened. They basically paid Doc like millions of dollars. I can't remember the exact number. I think it was like $3 million for the settlement. So that's the thing. It's like he got paid $3 million by Twitch. I don't know the numbers. If I'm fudging up the numbers, I'm sorry. But Doc, in terms of like how he presented it, he got paid by Twitch after the litigation went through and was all said and done.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing. So that's why a lot of people are still holding back their punches, because they don't know 100% like what all is there. It's just, here's the thing. The internet has basically latched onto the theory that it's the worst.
Yeah.
It's the worst of the worst. In which, if it is the worst, may he burn in hell.
Yeah.
But if it's not the worst, it's still pretty damn bad.
I mean,
And I think would be definitely worthy of him getting banned off YouTube.
yeah.
Although, Mini-Lad's still on YouTube, and there is 100% proof of him abusing girls like who are 15 and 16. And the fact that he's still on YouTube is a fucking travesty.
Yeah.
Get rid of Mini-Lad. He does not need to be streaming on YouTube anymore. Let him go to Kick, where the remaining scum of the earth go when they have no other legs to stand on.
Yeah, really.
God damn.
But it's easy for people to think that when it doesn't directly state that they looked at evidence or not. Of course, none of this matters now because we know the truth. But let's get back to Doc's statement. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. And here's the smoking gun. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. Now, there's something very important to keep in mind. This is DrDisrespect's version of events. This is what really happened in the best case scenario. In the best case scenario, he was texting a minor and it was inappropriate at times. What do you think actually took place? If this is the best version of events that we are being told, it's like I don't want to know anymore. Honestly, I don't need to know anymore at this point. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. Guys, I just came here to check in on this person. I just wanted to make sure they're okay. You know, I just wanted to be a mentor. You know,
okay. The internet framing it as that, I'm not saying is an overstep, but it's definitely like what the internet is like piling on to that allegation. And once again, if it's the truth, fuck him. Burn. But again, the way it's worded, it leaves everything, like, it leaves so much gray area in there for what the fuck it could be. Which is why I think if they do release the whispers and what actually happened, and we see that it was just him, like saying edgy jokes with like a 15, 16-year-old kid, like, boy, that was like sending him like edgy memes, because kids do that. Kids do that, but at the same time, it's Doc's responsibility as an adult to like be the bigger person and not get involved in that shit.
I had no intentions. Why did I come, you know, all this way?
Well, I mean,
no reason.
Quick, my whole thing that like I'm reading into this right now is where he said, like, you know, were the intentions behind it, you know,
malicious,
ever serious? And it's like, absolutely not. It's like, well, what the hell were you talking about that you have to say the intentions were not real, da da da? And it's like, worst case scenario, like, he's gonna be outed at least as a piece of crap. I mean, you know, he's just like, I mean, I'm not familiar with DrDisrespect, but this right here is, I don't know. Right now, it seems like somebody who's on their last leg making this statement.
Well, once again, I don't know. That's the thing, is like, there's so much up in the air with like his statement, but everyone's leaping towards the most malicious and like hardcore bad thing. And you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
That's literally okay, because that is a possibility, and if it is the possibility, then literally like burn him at the stake.
Yeah.
Like put him on display at TwitchCon at like the child predator booth. Like this is what we do to child predators.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. I will piss on his ashes.
Yeah, I agree.
These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Dude, you're talking to a minor. You can't say that stuff mutually or consensually. It's, you know, it's like, well, she said it was okay. You know, it was...
How do you know it was a she? That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, you can't know 100% until the whispers are released. And I want the whispers to be released. Of course, redacted to protect the underage child.
Yeah.
Redacted. Because, honestly, that to me will basically just let there be no mistake. But, anyway.
It was mutual.
So, because a 13-year-old girl says it's okay for you to do it.
No, it's not, sir. No, sir.
These conversations can't have been mutual. They can't have been consensual, because who you were talking to was a minor. That's the whole point. They can't consent to something like that. Nothing illegal happened. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't break the law. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. I never even met the individual.
I didn't say anything bad, sir.
I didn't say anything bad.
Well, thank God no pictures were shared. If the conversation was already inappropriate, you know? I never even met the individual. Well, all of the predators on To Catch a Predator didn't meet the minor they thought they were going to meet.
Yeah, really.
You know? I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. I posted a video on Twitter giving my final verdict on DrDisrespect, and I basically said that there's two courts, you know, we have to consider when we talk about innocent until proven guilty. There's the actual court system,
and the court
where
of
there's a judge, a jury, and a trial that determines guilt, and there's the court of public opinion, which is you and me and everybody else on the internet looks at what we know and what information is available, and we make up our own minds, right? In the regular court system, O.J. Simpson was found not guilty of a double murder, but in the court of public opinion,
he was guilty of
sin. He did that shit. Dr.
Yeah,
Disrespect
he did it.
is saying he hasn't gone to trial. You know, he hasn't been charged. He wasn't prosecuted. There was no verdict. It was an out-of-court settlement. So he didn't do anything illegal, is what he's saying. No court has found him guilty of soliciting a minor. In the court of public opinion, however, you and I know he did that shit now. And in his previous tweets, it's like...
Well, that's the thing about the court of public opinion. The court of public opinion was dead wrong about Johnny Depp.
Yep.
Like, everyone knew. Here's the thing. When that came out, everybody knew that Johnny Depp was an abuser. Everybody knew that Johnny Depp was a piece of shit. Everybody knew. And then here's the thing. Very slowly, the court of public opinions, like the foundations that they were built on, started to get chipped away. And then eventually, the court of public opinion just fell out.
Yeah.
And then the court of public opinion completely swayed the other direction. Everyone who was like, fuck Johnny Depp, all of a sudden was like, fuck Amber Heard, we love Johnny Depp. It's like, and here's the thing, is like, there was all, like, the evidence that's been shown here, there really isn't any evidence. And once again, there's just Dr. Disrespect's, like, admitting that he was, like, corresponding with someone who's underage. And once again, that is wrong on every level.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely wrong.
But the rest is just, hearsay, as Johnny Depp would say in court.
Yeah.
It's literally hearsay right now because, like you said, until the whispers are released, we won't know what the context of it was.
It wasn't until the evidence started to come out showing Amber Heard was an abusive piece of shit that would often chase Johnny Depp. Like, for instance, the whole deal with her saying, but Amber, you hit me. He's like, I did not hit you. And it's like, I forget her exact words, but honestly, it's hilarious looking back at now, but it's also kind of fucked up.
Oh, yeah. It is.
No wrongdoing was acknowledged. I didn't do anything illegal. You want a fucking medal for that? It's not an accomplishment, you know? It's like, people can commit a crime and not be prosecuted for it. Like, it's not a defense. It's a legal defense. It's not a moral defense. We are the court of public opinion. We're not determining if you should go to prison. We're determining if what you did was evil and immoral. But coincidentally, he does bring up morals. From a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with.
Yeah.
Stupidity.
Honestly.
Stupid mistakes. You know, why did you do this? Oh, I'm just stupid, I guess. I'm just dumb. Oh, man, pure stupidity. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. I never should have gotten into that chat room, you know? That's on me. That's on me as an adult, as a husband, and a father. How many of those predators also say they're a father too? And then Chris asks, well, how would you feel about somebody your age coming to meet this person? It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid.
Pure stupidity.
I'm just stupid. I did it because I'm dumb. Now, with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. So you're not a real predator. Just a pretend predator. Are you kidding me? Do I look like any 14-year-old girls? I got all kind of girls, man.
If the girl's really 14 and I go...
Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Exaggerations. Bro, you said you were texting a minor inappropriately. You said that. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Once again, that can be interpreted many ways. Once again, I hate all the uncertainty that's here.
Yeah.
I hate it. I don't like making, rash decisions, but it's hard not to, given all the evidence that's at hand, but still, there's always a chance that... And actually, I'll talk about this afterwards, but and we'll see what you all think, but... Anyway, back to this.
Again, it's not the right vibe to have the aggressive, macho, stonewall, Dr. Disrespect character give this response. He's basically just like, haters gonna hate, but man, I love my fans so much. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. To my team, community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said all this sooner. So do the rest of us. Because you were allowed 7 years of success, basically. You had to start over after 2020, but I mean, you picked things up on YouTube. You had 7 years after what you did to enjoy life, to make a whole bunch of money, to make a bunch of connections, and go to all sorts of events, and to be somebody that people looked up to, that people aspired to be like. When you walk down the street, somebody would want a picture with you. And now what are you?
Fuck off. Asshole.
You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout all these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the best fucking community and circle. If any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know you have always been greatly appreciated. Thanks for the money, dipshits. 7 years of support, man. And that's something that maybe not a lot of people are talking about because they're focusing on what he did, which is awful, and how it affected the victim, which is totally fair. Of course you want to focus on that, and hopefully the victim or victims are living their best life. Ideally, this will never enter their brain ever again. That's probably not the case, but you know, you just wish the best for those people. And if you're a fan that supported Doc for a long time and you stood by him through thick and thin, through all of the controversies he's been in, man, that's gotta feel like shit to see this now. That sucks. And I've never been the biggest fan of DrDisrespect, but I found him entertaining when I would watch him.
Same.
You know, nobody wants to believe that somebody this influential with millions of followers and dedicated fans, somebody who's entertaining and who's got a unique character and style. I don't think anybody truly wanted to believe that DrDisrespect was guilty. Some people jumped the gun, but you know, some people already didn't like him. So, you know, they were going to believe whatever negative thing was said about him anyways, but you know, it's not something to celebrate. You know what I mean? This is an awful thing that happened, and somebody that the gaming community has put on a pedestal never should have been put up there. It's tragic. But trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Haters gonna hate. What can you do? Are you serious? Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine, but I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family, as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear. Yeah, fucking right. And that's it. That's Doc's official statement. That is the best case situation for what really happened. And it's terrible. It sounds like none of this was sent through a lawyer, which it should have been.
I agree.
One glaring omission is I didn't know the person's age at the time, and when I learned, I immediately stopped messaging them and told them this isn't cool, you know? But that's missing. That's the most crucial thing, because you knew this whole time. What's like really sad and pathetic about this though is that he's talking like he can come back.
I'd like to be able to just go back to work and
Just go back to work. Just walk, get up and grab a cookie and walk on out of here.
I'm not saying what I done was right, because I know it's wrong.
So we're all square, even Steven, and you should just get up and walk out of here.
Like 3 months from now or whatever, he's just gonna be able to hop back on YouTube, play some Warzone, and you know, maybe he'll get some flack, but you know, the true fans will still be there, and the haters will just be, you know, saying all this shit. They have zero life experience, whatever the fuck that means. The thing that was so hard for me to believe that Doc could be guilty is that it was through Twitch whispers. I thought there's no fucking way anybody could possibly be that stupid that they would do something like that on main, on their verified Twitch account through
Yeah, and that's why once again, I don't know. And if it is that bad, then Jesus. Like, that's just pure stupidity.
Yeah, leaving that kind of trail.
Yeah.
I mean, not that you should ever do it to fucking begin with.
Exactly.
But, I mean, God.
But just on main, you know, like just there.
Yeah.
Twitch whispers. It just seemed like so brazen, and that there were plans to meet up at TwitchCon, the place that DrDisrespect would be more recognized than anywhere else on the planet. You know, it's like, how does someone come up with that plan? Dr. Disrespect doesn't exactly blend in with the crowd, you know. He stands out at 6'8". How did you plan on getting away
really
with this
6'8".
when you're taller than 99.9% of the population? Your verified Twitch account, and you were going to meet up at TwitchCon. I couldn't imagine you being that stupid, but I guess you are.
Stupidity, honestly.
And so now, you know, his former friends like Tim the Tapman and Nick Merckx have posted statements, and both of them are just, they don't even say the word friend. They say, we played a lot of games with him. We played a lot of games with that guy. So they're already trying to distance themselves from it. Ninja also made a statement. You know, everybody's talking about this because it's just the biggest debacle for a gaming content creator in a long time. You know, here's the thing. This is the only thing that matters, is that Doc acknowledges that the conversations got inappropriate at times. He tries to use subtle language, not so subtle actually, but specific language to try and downplay the severity of the event. And again, that's something that all the predators would try to use on To Catch a Predator. We all see through that shit. That's all that matters, is that you did text a minor inappropriate things. And you just don't do that. It's like, it's not hard to be a good person. It's not hard to be a good role model when you're a content creator, when you have everything. That's the thing. It's like Doc had everything: multi-million-dollar deals, brand deals, you know, a wife, a child, lots of friends, a great community, a fun, energetic style of live streaming. He had a niche that nobody else filled. He had everything. You had it made, and you threw it away for the stupidest shit ever. And there's no coming back from that, you know? It won't be Dr. Disrespect streaming, because Dr. Disrespect died the moment he posted that tweet. Guy Beam is going to be the one streaming, and we don't want him. Nobody wants him. Anybody who has seen all this stuff and is still like, well, I need to see DMs, you know, I need more evidence, I need to see an official statement from Twitch. It's like, we don't need to see that. It's bad enough as it is, and the more we see, it's only going to get worse.
I don't agree. I don't agree, because I want as much evidence as humanly possible to get against this guy, so that criminal charges can be brought up on him, if it is that bad, and thus he can go to jail. I'm sorry, but I guess it's just my old school, like, just mentality of just, like, not hellfire and brimstone, but fucking justice. Yeah. If wrong has been done, if you're like, oh, you don't need to see the evidence, like, no, I do. As stomach churning as some of it might be, I need to see the evidence, because I need to know if this man, like, I need to know all of the information so that this fucker can go to jail. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't agree with you on that act, man. I respect you, but I want him to hang. I want Doc to hang from his fucking toes and get absolutely destroyed by this. Yep. If it is as bad as everyone says, that's what I want.
And even if it isn't as bad as anyone says, even the salacious things that he said he was doing, should have him fucking banned. Yeah. And a lot of other things. Yeah, like, banned, like, and just like prevented from being on like any platform. Among other things. Yeah. Well. But yeah. Either way, but that's my opinion on it. I mean, I want evidence. I want evidence so that this fucker can burn if it is in fact as bad as everyone says. Yeah. But anyway.
Like, it's not going to get better from here on out. So, you know, this has just been such a crazy last few days. I don't think in my wildest dreams I would have expected this to be the reason Dr. Disrespect was banned from Twitch, the most popular Twitch streamer at the time. But what do you think about all this? Were you a fan of Dr. Disrespect? If so, how do you feel? Well, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. That's all I got for today. This is the Act Man, signing out.
Yeah. Well, that's a hard one, dude. Yeah. Once again, I just noticed, like, here's the thing, our primary channel colors are red, and I know there's gonna be people, you know, who like see the red back there. So here's what I'll do instead. There we go. Changing it to blue because God, dude. Like, and look, the red's the predominant theme on Actman's channel too. So it's just, it's like, damn it. It's like, what can we do? Like, what is there to do except for just like hope that evidence is presented that just destroys any hope of DrDisrespect ever has of ever being on these platforms again. I mean, I can only hope.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, you know, if the things that were done were way too much to be talked about. I understand that, but they still should be brought to justice. Like, these things should still be spoken about because they don't need to be quiet if these things were as horrible as they said. He should be thrown under a jail.
Oh yeah, he should be buried under that fucker. And not only that, but before he's buried under there, you know, tie his hands behind his back and throw him down there with the sodomites.
Yeah.
Let them have their way with him. Then bury his ass under the prison.
Yeah, show him what disrespect really is.
Exactly. Anyway. So, yeah, that's the DrDisrespect situation, and that's how it has been presented by the Act Man, and for the most part, I agree with him. I agree with him that, you know, there's a lot, you know, that Doc basically has painted himself into a corner, and DrDisrespect probably will not come back from this, and Guy Beam, you know, like, DrDisrespect's, like, real life, like, persona and everything, I think he will try to come back, but I don't think he'll be anywhere near as prominent as he used to be. Then not only that, but it's just, there's so much that's up in the air for me, because that's the thing, I have a skeptical mind, and when I don't see enough evidence, now I know that, you know, Doc, like, saying all that, basically that's the smoking gun.
It's pretty damning.
It is pretty damning, and it's hard not to just be like, that's it. But here's the thing. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. When you are too quick to try and attribute something to where there is nothing. For instance, I read about this story. This dude cut his girlfriend's head off and put it in a microwave and set it for 60 minutes and basically just, like, not only that, but he also smothered their, like, 3-month-old baby. The reason why he did it was because he just didn't want to deal with them anymore. So, slam dunk, right? Slam dunk. Here's the problem. The district attorney that was trying that case tried to attach 2 more murders on top of it that had nothing to do with the murder at hand. And because of him doing that, it was declared a mistrial and the guy walked free. That is why rushing is never the right decision, especially whenever it is something as sensitive as this. Yeah. I will always say, I want these monsters done, and I want them to not only have to deal with this evidence, I want it stapled to their fucking skin so that they can never remove it.
Yeah.
I want it super glued. I want them to not be able to just wipe this off like it was just another Sunday drive. No, I want them to suffer for what they have done. And the only way you are going to do that isn't with rash decision making. It's not rushing to conclusions. It is with just, like, getting everything hammered down. Yeah. Leaving no room for them to wriggle their asses out of it. Because the justice system in this country is not perfect. And you need to have, like, all of your ducks in a row, all of your T's crossed and all of your I's dotted, and you have to have everything spell checked. Because I don't want these fuckers to escape. No. I don't want these monsters to get away. I want them to burn. I want all of them to burn for what they do to these kids. And if that is the case with DrDisrespect, I don't want anyone to rush to of course, court of public opinion, go ahead, rush to decision making. But in terms of the complementary evidence that could potentially bring up criminal charges, I want that, and I want it to be out there so that people can know the truth.
Yeah.
100% the truth.
Yeah. Like you said, redact the names.
Yes, of course. Protect the people.
Yes.
Protect the people and just show what was said. What was said, and, like, leave out, like, evidence that could point to, like, who this is or anything like that. And basically that's it. Show that. Show us the evidence of what was said, And no matter what it is, whether it's, you know, the worst of the worst, which is like what everyone's assuming right now, like send him to Sing Sing. Like put him away forever, for life, as far as I'm concerned. But if it's him trading edgy jokes with a 17-year-old boy and, you know, and all that, I mean, still very bad. Still very, very bad, and he deserves to be, like, reprimanded for that. Big time. But that's just me. Either way, yeah, so that's my whole deal. Is like I want justice for the people who have been wronged by this situation, but I also don't want to rush this. I will say currently right now, as it is, fuck DrDisrespect, fuck Guy Beam, fuck anything and fuck everyone currently who supports him and is trying to make it seem like, oh, he didn't do anything wrong. No, he did something very wrong.
Yeah.
Anyone who tries to pretend otherwise, get the fuck out of my chat. I don't want you here. Okay? That's all I have to say about that. And in terms of it, I hope to God that, you know, evidence is presented that way DrDisrespect can get reprimanded properly for the wrongdoings that he has done. Period. That's just how I feel.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So, enough of me being all hellfire and brimstone. We're going to end this one here. So, what do you all make of the DrDisrespect situation? Love to hear what you all have to say in the comments down below. And I guess until next time, everyone, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm JT.
Be good people. Take care. Peace.